Hey, sweetheart, can you give me some more coffee? Can you give me some more coffee? That's good. I feel like Jay Dyer. Jamie! All right. You want to play another game? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epistemology Jeopardy. Wednesday, Wednesday, Wednesday. Come on down. Dave, thank you so much. Again, our regular contributor donates $10, our supporter. God bless you. Let's see. Never orthodox enough. Anyone have a good refutation of the Byzantine Catholics position? Yeah. Um, Ask them if like a Protestant church can just dress up like Orthodox and do the liturgy and be like, I believe all the same things. First of all, they don't believe all the same things. They're totally schizophrenic. Um, and they're cosplay, I don't know, LARPers. Like, if that's a church, I mean, what a joke. Like, obviously, being in communion with Rome isn't doesn't make you a church. They're heretical. And dressing up and playing liturgy doesn't either. Number three, add the fact that as far as doctrinally, they're schizophrenic. It's all over the place. They venerate saints that have been excommunicated or considered heretics by the by the Roman Catholic Church. They they can pick and choose to. Do they have to believe in the filioque? Well, they don't. They don't. They say the creed without it, but do they have to believe it? Yes, no. It's totally schizo land. Now, Orthodox, there are payment plans. That if it's too much money to also just write me and there's possible we could work something out. If you're in financial need, sometimes we get donations to Patristic Faith specifically to help people with that, and that goes into like a scholarship fund. Um, so we've worked at people who are really in need and want to avail of. We've worked that out. So just write me, Father Ananias at patristicfaith.com. Oh, speaking of ginger chew, I just realized something. Did I dream that? Or did it really happen? Shoot. I can't remember now. You ever have those? Could have sworn I was at a Christmas party at the president of Carroll College's house yesterday, and I had a conversation with somebody about ginger chews. And I was wearing this, Kaz, not the other one. I could have sworn at the end of the night, the gentleman was having a conversation with handed me a ginger chew. It was supposed to be like a mango ginger chew. But now I can't remember. It's like, did that actually happen or did I actually dream it? I get this all the time. I feel like it really happened. Shoot. Deja Chu. All right, I gotta stop. Like, my ADD will get the better of me if I start. What if I put it in my pants? All right, so I gotta stop thinking about it. All right, let's go. No, time is not an uncreated energy. Time is created. So it can't. Energies are uncreated. Time is created. I don't know what David Bradshaw wrote about, but um, I mean, we're not Aristotelian ancient Greeks that think uh, the world is eternal. Like, obviously, time and the world, motion was all created by God. They're not. All right, should we play this? So I'm trying to figure out how to play this epistemological Jeopardy game. This is gonna be hard. Yeah, that's what I already said. That's what's so stupid about. So there's another strike against Byzantine Catholics. You don't have to say it, but you have to believe it. So if you have to believe it, you're like, I could just. I'm not gonna do a whole stream critiquing Byzantine Catholics, but I think it's worse than and more schizophrenic and problematic than just even being a run of the mill Roman Catholic. The video in which he discusses is called Eastern Orthodoxy and the Philosophy of Time with David Bradshaw. I don't know, I'd have to listen to. I mean, time is. The numbering of motion with respect to before and after. So that. I don't know, like, this seems to be the. It, uh, commits you to eternal creation or something like that. Like, and that's why it's just everything I like. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong about stuff, but um, I mean, this was even in the Confessions in Saint Augustine. The remember the whole joke about what was God doing before He created time. So, what was God doing in the time before He created time? Get it? So, as far as I read in all the fathers, again, I don't know everything, but like the consensus is certainly time is created. It's not eternal. Remember, there's the aeon too, which is also it's like timeless time that itself was created. That's the time period before the creation of the world. So kind of like physical time that the angels, the bodiless powers were created in. There is he's probably talking, yeah, I mean, again, the word, there's tons of different notions of time. There's chronos, kairos. There's a kairotic time. There's the aeon. There is uh a type of movement within God, obviously. So he's not just sitting up there in the Trinity, just static. So that's probably what he's talking about. All right, I'm trying to figure out how to play. So remember yesterday we played philosophical cahoots. Um, remember? Remember when we made philosophy into a game? 1 second. I'm trying to find something real quick. I want to find. There's a paper I want to find real quick. Just forgive me. Because there's a quote I'm looking for. Okay, what paper was that? I gotta remember the title of it that I wrote. Was it The Dangers of Modern Time? Let's see. Danger, Billet! Maybe it's an Eastern Orthodox understanding. The dangers of modernity. I think it's this. Yeah. Remember, I was also looking for a quote from Tristam Engelhart. It's probably in this paper too that I cited. Whoa, man. The All right, so we've got a good question here. What's the biggest reason you're not Roman Catholic? I'll give you a list of them. Um, One of the biggest reasons is what we always argue: the the idea of autocracy, papal supremacy that's defined in Vatican I is nowhere to be found in the first millennium. Is a development. Um, we see that even Saint Pope like that basically, and again, the two most recent documents, Chieti and Alexandrian document, admit that the first millennium was the conciliar Orthodox view. We see people trying to argue that Saint Pope Leo and the Council of Chalcedon that he had this kind of papal supremacy that was seen here because the goodness of Saint Pope Leo's tome, and that the council, the ecumenical council, submitted to that. What papists don't understand is that if that were actually true, that scenario demonstrated papal supremacy. Why did the council take 2 weeks to review Saint Pope Leo's tome to make sure it's orthodox? We have several other instances in which the Pope, like the Fifth Ecumenical Council, popes made to submit to it. We have Pope Vigilius example. We have what are other examples? Where Rome can be corrected by other patriarchal sees. So I could go through all of that. So one of the major issues is obviously the autocracy, papal supremacy, which we've already won. Like Rome conceded in the last two documents. That was not present in the first millennium. Um, again, uh, there's no way that another problem is you can't get that from Matthew 16. Even if I grant that Peter is the rock. Again, we have primacy of honor. Like I have no problem with that. That's a long shot before like going from Peter as the rock and not simply as I don't see why it can't be both or all three. Christ is the rock. Peter is the head of that, and his confession is the rock as well. Like I don't have any like I don't know how people in their mind then argue to a Vatican I understanding of universal pontiff and papal supremacy. That's insane. In fact, the Orthodox view and the Fathers has always been that every bishop represents Peter in the keys, not just Rome. You read on in Matthew 16, like that's exactly what happens. Also, there's 3 Petrine sees, so that's going to defeat papal supremacy, that it's uniquely Rome that you would have to be under. That St. Peter's bishopric only and authority exists in Rome. So again, one of the major things is that is Roman Catholicism looks nothing like the first millennium, and Orthodoxy does. Rome changes their doctrines and departs from the ancient faith. Roman Catholics rely on papal forgeries and attempt to justify their idea of papal supremacy. Rome's claim to have unity via the papacy is false and superficial. So there's no real unity. I mean, just look at your own Byzantine Catholic, like the fact that you guys even exist, and that there's all these different groups, there's different orders, and ideas and practices. It's just all superficial unity. So it doesn't deliver on what it claims to deliver. Also, another reason is that papacy does not bring greater certitude. It's worse with regard to faith and morals, despite whatever Roman Catholics may say. And I will quote, this is the quote I was looking for the Metropolitan Bishops, Metropolitan Seraphim Piraea, His Eminence Metropolitan Drinopoulos Andrew of the Church of Greece, in their letter to Pope Francis. So you want to ask, like, what's my biggest reason? I would agree with this. Number 1, political existence and structure of the Vatican with ministries, bureaucracies, and banks. 2, the filioque. 3, created grace. 4, the primacy of power. 5, the possession of worldly and spiritual power by the Pope. 6, I'll just stop reading the numbers after this. Papal infallibility. The theories that the Pope is the ultimate judge and archpriest, the supreme authority and monarch of the Church. Remember, Dictatus Papae too. No man may judge the first see, and the things there like that itself. And what I want to say too is, you can point out problems with the Orthodox Church, but they're not systemic problems or fundamental contradictions. So if you can change on dogma, faith, and morals, things that were, said that you cannot actually change as far as dogma, like Dictator Papae and other things, obviously Roman Catholicism was refuted. I mean, don't have to. The changing of baptism by sprinkling a separation from the mystery of chrismation, the use of unleavened bread, the transforming of the bread and wine to the body and blood of Christ with the words of institution rather than the invocation of the Holy Spirit. The depriving of the blood of Christ to the laity, the depriving of the Holy Communion to children. He puts in Mary worship. I think, because of the Immaculate Conception, that it borderlines on worship. The The dogma of the Immaculate Conception is what they name Nent, the bodily assumption of the Mary, Mother of God, purgatory indulgences. Jay and I talked about yesterday, or Jay, um, supererogation of merits. That's what he puts here. The bishops, the so-called superabundant merits of Christ and the saints is the next one. Superabundant merits, the merits of the works of man. It's a whole legal. I mean, think how ridiculous it is. Papal ethereal Bitcoin that can be stored up in points that you can tap in. The whole system is just like so absurd. That's what he says. The merits of the works of man. Statuary, secularization of religious art instead of orthodox iconography, so the departure from that. The mandatory celibacy of clergy, the recognition of murderers, Stepanek and the saints. And also, too, remember Roman Catholics, and I have a quote here, allowed for abortion and then changed because they had embraced an Aristotelian idea. And I have a quote on that, too, where you can find that in Denzinger. The doctrine of satisfaction of justice, the result of confusing original sin with legalism, in which is prevalent papism. The rejection of holy tradition, taking advantage of as a tool for papal claims. The Pope is the tradition. That's the greatest, like, because your religion is the Pope. Like, that's the best. It's not Christianity, it's papism. That's the bishops here in Greece said the exact same thing. The belief that the Pope can be infallible or is the only guardian, judge, and interpreter of divine revelation. The so-called church suffering, which is allegedly made up the faithful who were present in purgatory. The rejection of the equality of bishops. There you go. I.e. papal supremacy and autocracy. The Vatican's centralized and despotic administration system where the Pope is absolute monarch, which induced Caesaropapism. Interesting. The social humanitarian character, the monastic orders, the impersonal juridical character, the mystery of confession, and finally, the cursed union, the Trojan horse, papism. I'm sure referring to Origin or something there. So the fact that you can dress up as Orthodox, the fact that you're even anywhere near that or linked or under is absurd. Like, I just can't figure out why anybody in their right mind, like maybe in the past, but like why anybody in their right mind would want to be part of that. I mean, it's literally fake and gray. It's systemically contradictory. It can change on dogma and morals, right? There is no certitude. It's not historical. It's totally developed. And, here, I found the quote from Denzinger, page 704. Given the influence of Aristotelian philosophy on Roman Catholicism, especially given Aristotle's argument that the rational soul enters the body after conception, 40 days for males and 80 to 90 days for females, beginning the 13th century, Western theologians such as Aquinas held that early abortion was not equivalent to the taking of human life. The consequence was that in Western canon, early abortion was not treated as murder. From 1234 to the revision of canon law in 1917 that went into effect on 19th of May 1918, save the period of 1588 to 1591, which was Sixtus. So that's another great... What a mess. Oh, but I can develop by building a Platonic ethereal system in my head and quote mine and papal lawyer all over the place and an abstractionism in my mind that has nothing to do with the reality. And that's typically what you see with all of Roman Catholic apologists. If I build this system in my head, right, that has nothing to do with actually history and the reality on the ground, then that's what it is. Do you know what Father Russell calls those things in your head between your two ears? Right? Fantasies. Well, if I build a fantasy Dungeons and Dragons theological game inside my head that doesn't. If you want to be part of that and then dress up as Orthodox and think that you're cool and do the liturgy, like, God help you. I mean, I could go on and on, but those are probably the main reasons why I'm not Roman Catholic. Oh, I got my. You guys want to play the epistemology game? The problem with Eric Ybarra is he will confuse you, right? The issues are pretty straightforward right there. So you ask me why? Look, because I can see it's false. Like, obviously it's not. Also, I would say the problem of how did Eric lose the debate with Ubi? One of the kill shots was Roman Catholicism has an idea of the indefectibility of the Pope. Then Ubi got him on Pope Honorius. So it's really simple things that you can actually see how Roman Catholicism is false and has departed from the faith. They do not have the grace of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church anymore because they departed through heresies and lost that grace. What Eric's good at is going through the history and quote mining and building a case, right? That makes it actually look really complicated. That was the problem with the whole debate that everybody complained about with Ubi, and people were kind of walked away, kind of discouraged, like, who could know all this? But it's like, it's all smoke and mirrors. That's what Eric's books. It's all quote mining. This is what academia does. This is the whole problem with academia. Like, I'll just build a case. That's what I'm saying. It's part of the problem with Roman Catholicism. It's not true. It's like building an ethereal Platonic religion, right? That sounds really convincing. And for autists, autists love this. Spurg's like, oh, wow, look at this cool. I'm always teaching people how to spot the that's one of them. Like, you're going to get distracted in all the, like, the quotes and stuff when, again, it was really simple. I mean, there's just a couple arguments that you could abstract from the debate or just what we talked about. Rome has conceded. It is not the first church. I mean, the church of the first millennium. There was no Vatican I papal supremacy. There was conceded one right there. Because Vatican I can't change. Right? So not only is it, well, it's not the historic church. That's a fundamental dogmatic. Vatican I's an ecumenical council. Oh, well, that's no longer true, you see. Well, that's a type of problem and that's systemic that refutes. Number two, the indefectibility of the Pope, the one that I gave, right? So you can slap on and confuse somebody and make a case in your mind with a bunch of quotes and quote mines all you want. It's just hiding those facts. And then what was the third? I can't remember. Anyways, that's enough on that. So here's what we're going to have to do with regards to the Jeopardy game. Unlike the Cahoots game, and this one's going to be more difficult, so put your thinking hats on. Oh, by the way, I would give a shout out to oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. One second. Let me just pull this up real quick. I feel like we need some music for a game. I'm not gonna put the Jeopardy music on. It'll drive me crazy. Craig Trulio's book. To read that. Um, all right, so back to forgive me, I just got lost. I'm gonna try to find the Jeopardy epistemological Jeopardy. I'm just gonna do one team because it doesn't make any sense to. We'll just see if you guys in the chat get the right answer. All right, what do I want to do? I want to find some music to play. Let's see if we get this music going. Then what we'll do is I'll switch back and forth from share screen to. Actually, I have another idea. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I gotta show you this. This is hilarious. How about now? Is it still too loud? Sorry, I'd cranked it up. I'd cranked it up in my room on my speakers, and I guess it overran my voice and my. All right, I'm gonna find some more vaporwave, and then we'll get this game started. Some 80s. Vaporwave. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is good. Ready? Alright, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the epistemological jeopardy. And then I can actually share the link to you guys in the chat are going to pick. Again, there's 5 categories and 5 from let's see if you guys can get it. So we'll have to go back and forth and share screen. I think we do. I think we'll have fun. Like that's not what I'm looking for. Got the categories: general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, fallacies, and FBA comedy. Isn't that cool? So, I want you guys in the chat to pick. Share this in the chat, and then you guys can see it too. So when I'm going back and forth, maybe not. I'm gonna go back real quick. Share. You know what I mean? There should be a way to I'm gonna share this in the chat. Stop complaining about I can't fix. What I could do is I could do something with the music. Can you hear it at all now? Alright, did I send the link yet? Hold on a second. See if you can log into this. Yeah, I actually don't care about audio concerns. Those tabs are because I have ADD. Find any ADD people they're gonna have. Those are all the things that I'm doing throughout the day and thinking about. Alright, let's see if I can get... Continue. Do you want general reasoning? Back here. I want you to pick... I want you to pick a category. Epistemological jeopardy. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, fallacies. General reasoning. General reasoning for what? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. $500. Okay. Here we go. General reason for 500. This form of understanding relies upon a basic belief that is the foundation upon which the justification of all other beliefs ultimately rest. What is this? This is a good one. This form of understanding relies upon a basic belief that is the foundation upon which the justification of all other beliefs ultimately rests. You know what, if I had two monitors? What are... Go ahead and put your answers in. So this is a theory. Or a form of understanding that relies upon a basic belief that is a foundation upon which the justification for all our beliefs ultimately rests. I told you this is hard. Like, this isn't like the intro to philosophy. Nobody? Do you guys give up? Okay. Oh! Brian B gets it. It is Foundationalism. Let me go here. What is foundationalism? Excellent, Brian B. Congratulations. You scored our team 500 papal Bitcoin points in the super irrigation, my imagination, theology kingdom in my mind. In fact, you can convert to Roman Catholicism and take out real estate in imaginary places and actually tap into that Apple Jeopardy Bitcoin. Okay, let's move on. We have general reasoning still left. We have epistemological theories. Nobody's got into that. Famous epistemologist fallacies or FDA comedy. So tell me what category and what let's go. Next up is fallacies. Fallacies for 500. Okay, here we go. Fallacies for 500. This fallacy of rhetoric attacks people rather than ideas. Oh, you got this, guys. This fallacy of rhetoric attacks people rather than ideas. What say you, class? We have ad hominem. Well, let's take a look and see. What is the ad hominem fallacy? Congratulations. You earned our team another 500 papal Bitcoin points in my imagination mind land. All right. What's the next one you guys want? Remember, we have general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, fallacies, or FDA comedy. Brian got first. Thank you, Brian. See, we're all working together as a team. So rather than competition, free market Jeopardy, we are doing the socialist epistemological Jeopardy. We all just work together. Everybody gets equal recognition points. You're special in this game just like everybody else in the chat. You are unique and special just like everybody else in the chat. Okay, FDA comedy for 500. Ready? Do you guys like this game? These are fun. FDA comedy for 500. Oh, you guys are gonna have a hard time with this one. Lawrence Bonjour is best known for this. You guys aren't gonna get this because a lot of these are inside jokes and you're on the outside, obviously. Jokes in which I made fun of Bonjour and things in class. But one of the things, if you read Bonjour, and the students started kind of upset, but it kind of got annoying. It's like after every paragraph, he was like, "Now stop and think about this one. See if you can think of a counter." Like, and it was just like every time. And so, anyways, somebody made a joke. I'll just show it to you. What is telling us what to do? So basically every time we read that in class, I'm like, you know what, Roger, don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. So that was the joke. So anyways, they wrote that in there. Let's go back. So you wouldn't know that one, so I'm not going to do that for you. So let's pick general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemological fallacies, or more FDA. Some of these you might be able to get, like, but if you come across one that I know that you're just not going to know, we'll just move on. How about that? All right, let's go to the chat and see which one category and number you choose. Next. What category? Famous epistemologist for 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500. What do you guys want to do? We already did general reasoning 500. That one's knocked out. All right, let's do 400. Famous epistemologist for 400. This epistemologist is known for his doubt of causation and for pointing out the problem of induction. All right, you guys got this one. I know it's a 400, but this one really isn't that hard. This epistemologist is known for his doubt of causation and for pointing out the problem of induction. Now what's great about this game, not only are we having fun in the chat, everybody's learning something. We're learning epistemology, you're learning facts. Is that a fact? That's a fact. All right, let's go back over to the chat and see what your answers are. What is... You guys got this. What is... David Hume. Correct. All right. All right. You are getting more Papa Bitcoin points. Congratulations. Okay, so... General reason, epistemological theories, famous epistemological fallacies, more FDs. One must have mental access to the reasons or justifications that cause a proposition to be true. Ooh, good one. I don't know why that's 100. That's it. This is the name of the philosophical position, theory, epistemological, that maintains, in order for you to have knowledge, one must have mental access to the reasons or justification that cause the proposition to be true. A little bit more difficult. Did I hit a 500 on accident? I know, that is a 500. Give up? So it's hard. All right, I'm going to give it away. We're going to lose points on this. I know the answer, but I want you guys to. But you're going to learn something today. You're going to learn what this theory is. That is determinism. What is determinism? Eternalism is a theory in epistemology that in order for a belief to be justified, knowledge, true, you have to have access to the reasons why. So in other words, the only justification for a belief, reason is another reason. And you have to, at least in theory, have access to. Okay, we have still some left on general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, fallacies, and so pick a category and number, and we will try again. Did I minus the... Okay, 1300. Okay, got it. General reasoning. So I'll go with the first person to give a category in number. I'll go with theirs. General reasoning 100. Okay, let's go. What philosophers call the kind of reasoning that does not rely on the senses nor experience at all? Okay, you guys got this. What philosophers call... What do we call the philosophers that basically... subscribe to reason that does not rely on the senses? Oh, sorry. No, excuse me. I'm asking. Let me clarify. This is what philosophers call. What type of reasoning, in other words, does not rely on senses nor experience at all? What type of reasoning does not rely on the senses nor experience at all? Let's go to the chat and put your answers in now. I'll repeat again. What type of reasoning does not rely on the senses or experience? Man, you guys are all over the place. Afraid you're gonna lose this one too. And this is a... Was this a 100? Come on, guys. Yeah, it is the opposite of empiricism. Okay, you guys lose. I'm sorry. But you want something? That is... What is a priori reasoning? Yes, that is the opposite of empiricism. It is a priori, something that does not rely on the senses or experience. Dang, we're down to 1,200 papal bitcoins, but thank God there is a super irrigation stored up by epistemological saints and papal epistemology heaven, make-believe land. And so... next category and number. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, or fallacies, or FDA comedy. one. Yeah. Okay, that's about right. So now the audio from the music. And my voice are the same. What a Wednesday, guys. Alright. I need you to pick your categories and the difficulty level from 1 to 100 on. My VHS tape right here is getting, I'm playing it. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemological fallacies, or FDA comedy. Let's go. Okay, first one. So, are we not men? Is the first one to put in there. Fallacies for 400. Let's go. This fallacy uses flowery language to sound smart. Kind of like this meta-theoretical fallacy through multi-syllabic linguistic patterns. That's hilarious. Now, I didn't write these. These are my... this is an upper division class. Most of these people are philosophy majors. I don't think you're going to get this one. But they're all like seniors, basically. Flowery language to sound smart. Well, you've certainly seen this online, haven't you? It is the Eric Ybarra fallacy. No, this is funny though. It says, kind of like this meta-theoretical fallacy through multi-syllabic linguistic patterns. I am curious to see what you guys have to say, but you guys are going to get it. The word salad fallacy, verbiage fallacy, and if you get close, I might give it to you. Sophistry, any other ones? Let's get one more possible answer in there. I'll take, if any of those get close, I'll take it and I'll award you the points. The word salad, okay. Non sequitur. Okay, let's see what the student put down for the answer, shall we? What is the fallacy of large words? What did you guys put again? Look at my big erudite words. Look at my, don't look at my arm, look at my big fancy words here that kind of got it. Austin. Remember, we can name fallacies. Polysyllabic fallacy. That's a good one. Write these down. This is good because, again, a fallacy is It's a type of non sequitur, but it's worse than that. It's when you take a bad argument or there's no argument at all and you present it with a sort of kind of sorcery and illusion of being a good argument when it's not. We've always talked about the British accent, the Cambridge Oxford accent fallacy. When you're in trouble in an argument, just go into a Dawkins. Well, we now know through empirical genetic modification of a necessity, albeit per se, myopic sort of the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious fallacy. Amen. Very good. I like that. All right. Let's pick another category. This is fun. We're gonna do more fun and learn game days. And it's cool because you guys are interacting too, and you're learning something. We're all having a good time doing it. What's the next category you guys want to do? General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologist fallacies, or FDA comedy? And then you got to pick number 2. So pick the category. The first person to pick the epistemological Jeopardy category and the number will choose that. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemological fallacies, or FDA comedy? Let's go. Are We Not Men gets the first one. FDA Comedy 100. Do forced mind tricks work in philosophy? What is yes or what is no? Is that how we're going to answer the question? Do forced mind tricks work in philosophy? Spock. Are you out of your Vulcan mind, Spock? Spock, don't you use your forced mind tricks on me. That's a fallacy, Spock. Alright, what are we going to say? Oh man, Tony, do not join Mole Monastery and stay far away. Isn't that easy? Problem solved. Now you don't have to worry about it. What is yes? Let's see what the student put. These are not the philosophers you are looking for. What is no? Why would somebody say yes? They do work in philosophy. That's called sophistry. We lose 100 points. But we still have some leftovers First one to choose the category gets it in number: general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologist fallacies, or FDA comedy. Got it? Cool. Fallacies 100. Crispy gets. Alright, let's go. See, the fallacy ones are pretty easy, right? This flaw in reasoning directly reflects and charges a personal bias against another on the basis of the pigmentation of melanin. I can't believe they wrote this. In externally perceived material composition and not in the substance of the argument. That's hilarious. Those dudes are funny. What is... You guys got this one. It's easy. Yes. Okay, let's go. What is... What is the racist... Okay, I'll give it to you. That's hilarious. Okay, next category. First one to get the category number in the chat, we'll take that one. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemological fallacies, or FDA comedy. Pick your category. You cannot delete yourself. Press OK. On the screen, press OK. Alright, you got the category number. We'll switch off from our little screensaver here to see your answer. We was Kang's fallacy. Okay, Moses got it. FDA comedy 400. You guys having fun? I am. Are we not having fun? Are we not amused? FDA comedy. This theory believes that we're all experiencing simulated reality from a glass cylinder. I don't know why that's comedy. I know what the answer to this is. So in other words, what is the theory and philosophy that it's all just a simulation and all you are is something in a glass cylinder? You guys know this, come on. Let's go back to the chat and see what your answers are. So in other words, none of this is actually real because all you are is a blank and a blank. Got it? Arthur J. says brain in the bat theory, also known as BIV. What is the brain in the vat theory? Yes, all right. All right. Look at that. We are up 1,600 papal Bitcoin super irrigation merit points, epistemological merit points, and that just might be enough to save us and get us out of purgatory. All right, next category, guys. Pick your category and number. What is the cannabis theory? Makes for good jokes, huh? Pick your category and number. And let's go. Epistemological theories for 300, okay? I'm gonna give it to you. Epistemological theories for 300. This theory deals directly with the idea that the content of the premises concerning the mind and mental states is fully understood by premises about action or the dispositions to act. Oh, good one. That's actually really good. I like this. This theory deals directly with the idea, the content of the premises concerning the mind and mental states, or your beliefs or anything, is fully understood. I'll make it easy. We can understand thoughts, propositions, etc., all in terms of actions or dispositions to act. How about that? What theory says that? Take a few minutes. As we go to a Bill Cosby 80s commercial. She says there's no hope that you are going to be able to answer this question. Lady, don't tell me what to do. It's our little new screensaver. Intermission as you guys think about what you're going to answer. Ready? All right, I'm taking your answers right now. Let's go to the chat and see what you guys have. What is this theory we're talking about? I'll read it again. I'll reinterpret it, make it easier. This is the theory that will just understand all your thoughts or mental states in terms of action or dispositions to act. There, I made it easier. What is Bill Cosby? You give up? Anybody? All right, David Atlas. Yes, I'm gonna give that one to you. That's pretty close. What is behaviorism or logical behaviorism? I'm going to give that to you, David. We've definitely made it out of purgatory with our papal epistemological Jeopardy Bitcoins up to 1900. So thank you, David. Thank you for saving us with your own intellectual merits. Okay, we have a couple left. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologist fallacies, or there's 2 left in FDA comedy, 2 left in fallacies. So, what say you? You're learning, guys. Don't feel bad. Like, you're general reasoning for 200. It's a way that we can all learn. We learn from our mistakes while having fun. Guys, this is a safe space. No shaming on our stream. Of course you do it in this stream. Yes, you put in your answers. The first person, the way the game works is epistemological Jeopardy, is the first person to choose a category and number gets that. So again, here we have General Nick is the first one to choose for this one. He chooses general reason for 200. We'll take that, and then all of you put the answer in, and then I'll take your considerations and decide whether we got it. But we're playing as a team. So, again, the last question, David Atlas got us a win on that. Let me just check in if we have any super chats. We do appreciate any donations. Thank you, Dave, the Philippian, again, for your super chats. It's a fun day. It's a fun educational day this Wednesday. What did we say again? General reason 200. Okay, got it. Got it. What philosophers call the kind of reasoning that relies on the senses and experience? Okay, you guys have got this. What philosophers call... This is what philosophers call the kind of reasoning that relies on the senses and experience. Or in other words... What do we call the reasoning that relies on the senses and experience? You've got this. So, it's not a philosophy, it's the type of reasoning. I'll be clear about that. There's usually 2 types of reasoning. This kind of goes hand in hand with the other question that we had. That's a clue for you. There's this reasoning or that reasoning. This reasoning is the type that relies on the senses and experience. Okay. Let's see what you have in the chat. V says a posteriori. Well, let's look and see if V is correct. What is a posteriori reasoning? Congratulations, V gets us our team's points up to 2,100. All right, pick another category. General reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologist fallacies, or FDA comedy. And again, the first person to pick what number, we'll take that. General Nick chooses FDA comedy for 300. Oh, this is great. I like this one. This movie is famous for its scene in which Arnold Schwarzenegger is repeatedly told by a mysterious being to open your mind. Open your mind. What movie is that? That's a good one, I like. We actually brought this in to epistemology and tied it all together with what we're learning. Open your mind. Who has this one? Arnold Schwarzenegger. The scene where he's told to open your mind. Open your mind. What movie? Total Recall. Let's see if you got the correct answer. I know you did. What is Total Recall? Congratulations, guys. 2,400. Okay. Next, general reasoning. We've got 2 there. Epistemological theories, we have 3. Famous epistemologists, 3 left. Fallacies, 2. And only 1 left for FDA comedy. First one to choose a category number, we will take that. Let's go. What say you? FDA comedy for 200. All right, let's see. The last one of that category. This term popularly refers to the abuse of science to push a political agenda. Oh, you guys have got this one. This term popularly refers to the abuse of science to push a political agenda. This is good. Remember, it's comedy too, so think about that carefully. It's a word that I came up with. That's funny, that pokes fun of. Okay, let's go into the chat. Let's see what you guys got. That's the last one for FDA comedy. Let's see if anybody gets it. All right. So you guys got, I think you guys got it. Let's look. This is great. I'm very proud of you. What is science? All right. You got it. We are winning. W for winning. 2,600. I'm really proud of you guys. Okay, so that category is knocked out. And we have 2 in general reasoning, 3 left in epistemological theories, 3 left in the famous epistemologists, only 2 left in the fallacies. So why don't you just go on and pick one of those for me? First one in the chat gets that. Yeah, I like that, Dallas. Soy in tisms. All right, pick the category. Let's go. Gotta wrap this game up soon. I gotta. Nobody wants to pick a category? Fallacies for 200. Thank you so much. Fallacies for 200. Let's see if you get this one. This fallacy, often referred to by FDA. Don't you love my students? Even they call me FDA. God bless them. This fallacy, often referred to by FDA, involves a debater subtracting a claim from their position to avoid being defeated by opposition in a debate. Very good class. I'm very proud of my students. That's a good one. Tactic in which the debater subtracts a claim. When you get stuck in an argument, you just subtract this out of your theory, and voila, they can critique you, you see? You get what I'm saying? Get stuck in a debate, somebody critiques your position, then you can just subtract what they're critiquing out of your system, and voila, you remain undefeated. Yeah, this beanie's from Solovet's monastery, the northernmost monastery in Russia, and you take a boat over there from the place that they actually filmed Ostrov, the island, so I like it. So you guys are gonna miss this one. So it's not a good thing, it's a fallacy. You're critiquing my position or my theory, and I just changed my theory. I'm like, well, now it's this. I just minus this out. And, well, then my theory's true then, because any problem that my theory might have, I'll just minus it out. What is that tactic called? What fallacy? What fallacy is it? To get, all right, I'll explain it one more time as we listen to, as we watch our commercial screensaver. It's a fallacy. What's it called? When you're critiquing my position and I just minus out that out of my theory, so you can critique it. This would be called a fallacy of what? Alright, I'm gonna turn to the chat. I'm gonna see if any of you got this. Just minus any problem in my theory, just minus it out. Voila! See how good and true my theory is? Ooh, M. Colby, close. It is a type of an ad hoc. Now add something, not ad hoc modification, but the Roman Catholic fallacy. Bingo. Not, so I'll give you a clue. You got it right. It's a species of, it's an ad hoc rescue. But instead of ad hoc modification, it's ad hoc got it? Come on, guys. You've got it. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's see if I can grant this to you. What is the ad hoc minusification? Instead of modification, fallacy. All right, I'm gonna give that to you because we're up to 2,800 Papal Ethereal Super Irrigation Bitcoin points. That's enough to get other people purgatory. Through our epistemological papal Jeopardy, Bitcoin, ethereal, supererogation points. Good job, guys. Next category. Who's going to choose? We have general reasoning, epistemological theories, famous epistemologists, and fallacies. Only one left in fallacies, and then we've got the rest of those. So, first one to choose the category number gets it, and we'll take that. General reason for 300. I'm gonna check. Anybody send in super chats? No? I must be. This is too intense of a game for people to. But I will thank you if you do. I thank Dave again for his $10 super chat. All right, let's go. Maybe we'll do 2 more. I won't finish the whole game because I will have to. As somebody said, go rob a papal ethereal bank in my own mind. What was it, the one that you chose? General reasoning 300. Correct. General reasoning 300. This form of reasoning draws general conclusions from specific empirical observations. Okay, you guys got this one. You got it. This form of reasoning draws general conclusions from specific empirical observations. Let's go to our screensaver. While you think about this, I'll give you a few seconds and then we'll... Then I'll go to the chat and see what your answers are. Drawing general conclusions from particular empirical examples. What type of reasoning is that? Going to the chat. Let me see what we put. And we'll do one more and then we'll depart for today. Remember, this form of reasoning draws general conclusions from specific empirical observations. Okay. What did you guys put? John Kell, thank you so much. $4.99. What is inductive reasoning? Well, let's see if that's the correct answer. I can tell you, my friend, now truthfully, that's true. What is inductive reasoning? Congratulations. Okay, let's do one more because we're up to 3,100 points, and then we've been on here long enough. A good day. We learned some stuff, but let's pick one more category. 1 left in general reasoning, 3 left in epistemological theories, and 4 left in famous epistemologists. 1 left in fallacies. The first one to choose the category, we'll take it in number. And then what I'll actually do is I'll just go through, just to wrap up today, we'll go through real fast and I'll just show you the rest of the answers. How about that? Epistemological theories for 200. Alrighty, here we go. Get ready. This is the name of the philosophical position that maintains that in order to have knowledge, All that's required is one's beliefs are formed via reliable processes that are likely to yield true results. What is that epistemological theory called? This is the name of the philosophical theory or position that maintains that in order to have knowledge, all that's required is that one's beliefs are formed via reliable processes that are likely to yield true results. Okay. Take time to think about that while we go to our screensaver, our sponsor, Magnum Entertainment. That'll be the last one that I'll go through and I'll show you all the answers. I thank you for playing epistemological Jeopardy today and learning and having fun and mix it up. Science. Look at the science on the screen, guys. It's the name of the philosophical position that maintains that in order to have knowledge, all that is required is that one's beliefs are formed via reliable processes. They're likely to yield true results. Let's see what you say in the chat. Man, you guys are way off. Alright, this is an L for you guys. I'm sorry. I gave you the clue. What is reliabilism or externalism? Okay, that is the theory that you don't have to have access to the reasons. As long as your belief is formed in a reliable way by external causes, or causes, right? What's reliable? Well, it's likely to get you to the truth of it, then that's all that counts for knowledge. Let's go through the rest of them. I won't choose them, but I'll show you. Famous epistemologist. This epistemologist, with his hyperbolic doubt, is perhaps the reason for all your epistemological problems. All right, I'm going to give this to you guys. I want you to answer that before I... What say you? All right. I'm going to let you, this is the last one you can choose. The rest of them I'm going to go through because you guys have to know this answer. Man, you don't. What is this? Hyperbolic doubt. Who's the father of skepticism and hyperbolic doubt? All right, let's look. Let's see which one of you in the chat actually got the right answer. Who is Rene Descartes? Yes, okay, for those of you in the chat, alright, I'm gonna give it to you. Alright, I'm gonna finish up the rest of these and move apart. Fallacies, 300. This problem concerns the justification used to prove general conclusions based on observation of events. epistemologist. He advocated for naturalized epistemology. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. Who advocated for naturalized epistemology? Anybody? So, what if you went to college and every class was like you had music and we're learning philosophy and playing Jeopardy and games and stuff like that while learning and actually getting it? Would you like this? You're getting a free class today. What's the question? Who advocates for naturalized epistemology? Epistemology naturalized. Naturalized epistemology. Epistemology naturalized. His nephew is the famous guitar player from a certain band. Anybody? He is the famous guitar player of the Black Keys. His uncle is this philosopher. Okay, I'm not sure. None of you got it. Who is Wilfred Van Orman? I know. He's the uncle of the famous guitar player, and he wrote and developed naturalized epistemology. This epistemologist was famous for his theory regarding counting sheep and the relation to the criteria for knowledge. What is Gettier? Nice. I'll take 500. Why do I know all these answers? This epistemologist posits that God is the one who gives us sense experience. Oh, this one's tricky. But I'm going to go ahead and guess that that is George Berkeley. Who is George Berkeley? Not Berkeley is the place. Berkeley is the man. General reasoning 400. The method of analysis that requires one to push the question mark farther and farther down to ask a deeper why. I don't know if that's an issue. Oh, that's kind of weird. What is reflective or philosophical understanding? I don't know about that. Whatever. Epistemological theories for 400. This theory believes that a physical or material object of a certain sort exists and is the same as believing that sense data of various sorts have been experienced, or being experienced, will be experienced, and or will be experienced under certain specifiable conditions. I'm going to say, what is sense data theory? Or what is phenomenalism? Which is covered in the sense data theory chapter. So, bam, bam. I'm 4,000 papal epistemological Bitcoin supererogation points in my mind. And I'm going to take the last one, epistemological theories, for 500. This theory believes that justification and knowledge all depend on a set of coherent components. Okay, I'm going to let you guys answer that. This theory believes that justification and knowledge all depend on a series of coherent components. What say you? Our last screensaver. Elvis. Is that an Elvis? justification and knowledge all depend on a coherent components. Alright, I'm gonna see this last one. You can make or break this. Let's just say it's a final Jeopardy question, and then we'll end for today. V says, what is coherentism? Dr. J says, coherent theory, coherentism. Okay, let's look. This is our last one. What is coherentism? Got it, guys. Bam! 4,500 papal, ethereal, super irrigation, epistemological Jeopardy, Bitcoin. Points for you to bail people out time in purgatory. So, congratulations. We win and everybody else loses. So, I want to thank you for joining us today. We had fun. I want to thank all of those who gave super chats. I'm going to just read a couple more and then we'll depart in peace in the name of the Lord. Again, Dave, thank you for $10. John Kell donates $4.99. Dale the 7 sends us $20 super chat. Thank you. Much mahalo. Mahalo, brother. How's you know mahalo, brother? Do you like my Hawaiian? For fun and learning. That's my Haole Hawaiian impersonation of Hawaiians. Much mahalo, brother. Mo better. Justin Hanley donates $10. Thank you so much. Wonderful, guys. God bless you. It was fun. It was educational. You're all that much smarter because of it. And we'll keep doing stuff like this. It's fun. You spend your points in my mind by taking out, again, real estate in imaginary places made up in my mind. And Ray Jim Bob, exactly. Again, great. Keep me in your prayers. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow for some more educational fun and different stuff. And again, may the Lord our God, Christ Jesus, enter into the manger of your heart this nativity season and fill you with the grace and the glory of his salvation that he's brought to us. Until next time, God bless all of you guys. Bye-bye.